How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel today. Today, you see it in the left corner, top left corner. My apologies. Skip Bayless worst takes. We know he has some pretty bad takes. We know the man formerly at First Take, now on Undisputed, has some pretty bad takes over the years, with mainly them being either about the Cowboys or LeBron James or anything LA Clipper related in the past few years. But now it's finally time to see what some of those takes are about. Hit the like and comment and subscribe for some more content, and we'll get right into it right now.
So Stephen A., is LeBron James a first ballot Hall of Famer right now?
Without question. It's nothing to even think about. It's one of the greatest players to have ever played the game.
Okay, my first problem with this question before I get to you, Stephen A. Smith, is that, I think that Tiago Splitter is already a first ballot Hall of Famer in the Basketball Hall of Fame because everybody gets in. I think Carissa's going to get in due time. Stephen A. Smith will get in due time. Maybe. That's a big maybe. But I can't respect the criteria for getting into the Basketball Hall of Fame the way I can the Baseball and the Football Hall of Fame. So if I'm judging by those standards, the baseball and football standards, there is no way that LeBron James is already a first ballot Hall of Famer. Do I have time to go into it? I don't think
he had 9 turnovers, so I'll give you that.
Hold on.
He was a disaster in the fourth quarter of that game. A disaster.
Okay, we're going to leave it right
I watched it with these two lazy, repaired eyes.
27, 19,
oh,
and 10.
Please.
How is that awful?
Yeah, that's a crazy thing to say. Yeah, you can say about the 2011 playoffs, right? But no, that's crazy. 27 and 10 is not a bad game.
What happened in that?
Just because he had 9 turnovers.
What world? In what world?
You are disqualified now from talking about LeBron James as MVP because after what I saw yesterday, nobody who could be in the MVP conversation can get away with just taking a back seat in the fourth quarter to the other guy on his team. The MVP of the Cavs is this guy. It's Kyrie Irving. I would hate to see what would happen to LeBron without Kyrie right now because they might be closer to that team you were describing when Kyrie was there. I'm sorry.
That's a really bad take. Like, okay, I understand Kyrie was playing pretty good basketball at this time. That video coming out actually tonight, so not tonight. It'll be, I'm trying to think of when. Regardless, I have a video about the trade coming up very shortly. This is crazy because if we really break this down, first off, they won the game. Second of all, LeBron, if I remember correctly, still played pretty good in this game. And on top of that, Kyrie's not better than LeBron, and besides maybe dribbling, he's not better at finishing, maybe shooting, but not dribbling. I mean, not dribbling, not scoring around the rim, and definitely not defense. So I mean, I don't know. That's such a crazy thing to say. I'm sorry,
but that's what it is. No more MVP talk.
Game for your life. Pick your 5.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Okay, I told you, I only need really one player on my team, and that's Michael Jordan. So
look how crazy this list is from Stephen A. James Worthy, Scottie Pippen, Mike. This is such an old list, you can tell, because there'd be other guys on this list nowadays from 2013. So shout out Stephen A. Smith, man. But at the same time, you get ready for this clip if you've never seen it.
Voila, here's my team, and I'm going to have you read the names for me. Could you read my 4 teammates?
Oh, my God.
I just, in honor of you, I want you to read the 4
Tiago Splitter, Rasho Nastarovich, Kwame Brown, and Slava Medvedenko.
It's Stanislav, actually.
Get the Stanislav.
Oh my God! That's a joke on me.
No,
it's not.
That is a joke on me.
No,
That team could beat anybody because it's got Michael Jordan on it. I almost just put Michael Jordan solo on my team, just have a one-man show. But I thought, why not those other 4? Because they're 4 your all-time favorite
Let me
players.
treat the sport of basketball with the respect and deference it deserves. Because clearly you're blasphemy with that list. How could you show up on national TV and do such a thing?
On
I mean, this isn't Halloween. This is Halloween. This is April Fool's.
beat anybody.
This is April 1st. You don't make.
Now let me tell you, if someone that was just starting out did this list, they would have been fired. They would have been blacklisted, maybe to just, doing little side post game analyzing. They'd be kicked off. They'd be kicked off the show. They'd be done. Their credibility would be taken. But no, it's because it's Skip Bayless, and he just really, really craves attention. So
Make a joke like that.
And he also gathers a lot of controversy. So that's why they keep him around, to be honest with you.
It's horrible. That's a horrible, horrible selection.
9 National Football League teams that needed a quarterback last night passed on Johnny Manziel, starting with the Houston Texans, who will forever regret passing on Johnny Manziel. And in a minute, I will go right down the list of teams that will forever regret passing on Johnny Manziel, who pretty soon will change football life in Cleveland, Ohio. One day, I am predicting, Johnny Manziel will become even bigger in the city of Cleveland than his buddy and business partner LeBron James ever was in the city of Cleveland. Luke Walton.
Oh, I didn't see that clip. That's crazy. All right. Not much to say there. That's crazy, though. I've never seen that clip.
Was merely the son of the great Bill Walton, so that gives him some cachet, gives him some respect.
No.
Luke Walton was just a second. Luke Walton was a starter for 8 years
We know how that turned out.
alongside Kobe Bryant, and Luke Walton does have 2 rings to his credit, so he's only 1 short of LeBron. And
Stop it, Skip.
Wait a second.
Why'd you throw that in?
I also do gotta say, though, back when this Luke Walton idea was like a thing, another team was going to take him anyway. I don't know if it was a head coach. It might have been an assistant coach job, but at the same time, like, they were still going to take him. So, like, this wasn't a terrible take. It just aged terrible. It really, like, this wasn't an outlandish take back then. So, I do got to say, with Skip Bayless, this isn't a terrible take. Because other people were feeling this way, too.
I had to, just for respect. And Luke Walton.
And 34% said MJ would beat LeBron James one-on-one right now at the age of 52.
No.
You hear that? 52 years old. They still think he can beat LeBron James right now. That's 34%. 54% say no. LeBron
2015 is crazy. 2015, that is absolutely crazy. Because he was playing his best basketball from, like, 2014 to, like, 2018, 2019. Yeah, you can even say 2020. You can even say right now. Like I don't know. I don't know how many times LeBron has to average over 27 points per game for you to say, oh, yeah, he's still a great fucking player.
Here's the kicker, though, and we're talking about a specific age group.
And don't say 2019 for LeBron. I forgot to say that. 2019 for LeBron was a pretty bad year. So don't mind that. But every other year between was a very good year.
Look at this age group. They feel that if you're between the ages of 30 and 45 years old, 48% believe Jordan would take LeBron.
Okay. Because they're haters.
So
they're old.
Did the American people get it right?
No.
The 34%.
The 34%. I mean, and what we're saying is, can he right now at 52 years old,
right here, right now,
beat LeBron one-on-one? I mean, and beyond. Come on.
Stephen A.
Oh
Smith,
gosh, don't do this.
He just might.
Don't do.
He just might be able to.
Oh, bad.
I say that on this alone and this alone, Michael Jordan could figure a way to beat a LeBron James who just might crumble under the pressure to beat his idol, the greatest basketball player in the history of life.
Okay, so I just want to make sure we got this right.
Yes.
2 months, just give him 2 months, no cigars,
No
a
cigars,
diet change,
yep.
and trained by you specifically, and just with heart and head, he'd be able to do it. Those are the intangibles.
Yep. So that makes those 34%. That's a high number.
So
that makes them correct.
I think there's an argument that LeBron could beat him, Michael Jordan, in his prime, to be honest with you, because they're just both that good of a player. I mean, they both play the defense when they want to. They both can score the ball at very high levels. I don't know. I think that's a really crazy take. To say 54-year-old Michael Jordan could beat a prime LeBron James. No, that's absolutely nuts.
Okay.
I'm about to put Paul George in that category. I'm starting to see, yes, I'm starting to see, by today's standards, cleaner capabilities from Paul George. And if I might, I'm also seeing them south of San Antonio in the city of Houston. James Harden is a bad man who is leading that basketball team in fourth quarter after fourth quarter after fourth quarter. I'm close to putting him in that category above Kevin Durant. This is all above Kevin.
Oh, Thunder, KD. No, you're tripping, bro. You're tripping. Nope.
And the reason I can't put Steph Curry in there quite yet, he's just too little. I can't.
So you'll put James Harden, right? I get your too little thing, right? But don't act like James Harden's a giant. He's what, 6'5"? Like what? He's 2 inches taller than Curry? Whatever, man. Whatever. That's such a crazy take. Because you got to understand this too. Steph Curry, when the ball leaves his hands, doesn't matter if he's full court or 2 inches away from the basket. There's a chance of it going in. A chance. He could be literally pulling from the out-of-bounds marker on the other side of the court, and it could possibly go in. Let that sink in for a minute. But James Harden is better than Curry at this moment. No. And on top of that, James Harden at this point in his career, because I'm imagining this is what, 2014, 2013, because I'm trying to figure out the year he got traded. I'm sorry, I'm a casual, but regardless. No, that's a crazy take as well.
Can't, because Kevin Durant, as we all know, he was born 6 feet. He didn't come out 6'10", but he's got by gift 6 feet 10 inches, and what's his wingspan? 7'7". So, again, can't put Steph in there yet just because of his size. And Damian Lillard is starting to threaten that category, also above Kevin Durant. So I named a whole bunch of dudes, but I gave you 4 that I definitely would put up there above Kevin in the cleaner category. Here's my problem. I'm all about fourth quarters, and we just gave the MVP to a guy who is not the closer for the Toronto Raptors, because Van Vliet was the closer, which is why Hubie said, I'm going to go with the closer. He closed again last night. And I'm about to smash your argument into 1,000 pieces, because that shot was 1,000% luck. That was simply the luckiest shot that ever fell to win a playoff game. Ever, ever, ever. In all my years, going back to covering the Lakers here in the middle 1970s, I've never seen a luckier shot that won a playoff game.
Why was it lucky?
Number 2 actually had the audacity after the game, standing on the court in the post-game interview, to say that, I work on that shot every day in practice. No, you don't. Baloney.
How you call the man a liar?
I think it's my turn, and I think you're not going to interrupt me because...
All right, first off, I wanted to give that one a little bit of time before I reacted to it. The reason why I actually kind of agree with this take is because, I mean, yes, he probably does practice corner shots, right? But that bounce was very lucky. You do got to understand that. Without that bounce, I mean, they probably wouldn't have won the championship. They definitely would have won the championship because it was Game 7. But regardless, I don't know. I feel like that was a lucky shot, but the way he's going about it is like, all right, bro, chill out. You're acting like Kawhi couldn't win that series anyway and didn't win the other 2 series after that. No, that's crazy.
Because I didn't interrupt you after the early interruption.
Oh, okay.
Then I bided my time, and now it is my turn. There is no way he practices a shot to do that, because I could give him 100.
But it doesn't matter. If he practices the corner shot, that doesn't really matter. I mean, when I was playing basketball, I'd practice a shot. Sometimes it would bounce in, or hit the backboard or whatever, and it would go in. That's just how it is. I mean, it depends on what you're doing and depends on how you let it off. That was a really contested shot. So the way he had to put it up, it's obviously not going to be the way he practiced it. So he may have practiced a shot, but he wasn't practicing that heavily contested. And for him to make, even have it close, I don't know. That is not the luck part to me. The fact that it went in was the luck part to me.
100,000 shots, and he could not, again, make a shot do that because it's almost physically impossible. How'd you like the end of Game 6 of the NBA Finals, the last minute? Remember that game?
Well, I loved the end of it. I actually was on the edge of my seat. Did I expect that to happen? No, I didn't, Skip. But you know what it's called?
Wait, was it LeBron who had those 2 late turnovers and then missed the tying 3?
Oh, my Lord.
And somehow the ball bounced
No,
to
let's go there.
Bosh.
Let's go there.
And it went to Ray Allen? Oh, Ray Allen made the 3 that
You know what?
saved LeBron's career.
You know what?
Oh, wait a minute.
You know why? Because you have no comeback.
I said you have to.
I'll let you off the...
He didn't save LeBron's career. He really didn't. It was more just like he made a really good shot and he saved LeBron a championship. I'd say that, but his whole career, what? I don't know. That it's a take, but it's not a good one.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
No comeback.
Wait a minute. I said you have to be able to play and be box office. You can't be box office but can't play. Don't you dare. Are you trying to tell me in that same you're gonna sit here? You're gonna sit. I swear to God, I'm standing up for this. I'm standing up for this.
Talk about
are you
Hollywood?
gonna tell me?
Tim
Are you gonna
Tebow's
tell
Hollywood.
me that Tim Tebow
Tim
deserves to
Tebow's
be
a bigger
mentioned
draw
in the
than
same
Kobe
battle
Bryant is
than
right
Kobe
now.
Bryant?
He's a bigger draw.
No.
He's a bigger.
Yeah.
No. Tim Tebow's my dog, right? I have a Tim Tebow Florida jersey. He went to my favorite college. Are you serious? I'm gonna let play.
I got him.
I almost want to walk off this set right now. I can't believe.
Sold out shows for Kobe Bryant's retirement game. Sold out shows for him to play teams. This man was selling out arenas pretty frequently. And on top of that, every time he played in the playoffs.
This man just said this out of his mouth. You're telling me that
Marcellus Wiley in the house? We need to get Marcellus out of
Where is he?
He needs a blow.
Tim Tebow?
He's out.
Tim Tebow is more box office than Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Than Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Is Tim Tebow more box office than LeBron?
I think so. It's the National Football League. Go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers he did in his games last year. It's through the roof.
Go on a set.
It's through the roof. Marcellus, get out here.
Get out here, man.
I need some help.
I don't even
Get
talk.
Marcellus out
I can't deal with it right now.
Yeah,
I need a
he's
break.
out. Yesterday, Avery Bradley was the GOAT. He was the GOAT for about 15 minutes.
He always finds a way to, LeBron does this wrong. Insert player, Rondo, AD, any of those guys. Dwayne Wade when he was playing with the Heat, any of those guys. Just Kyrie Irving when he was playing with the Cavs, any of those guys. Avery Bradley was the best player on the court for 15 minutes. What? Cam Johnson had a 44-point game. Was he the best player on the entire... he was the best player that night. Is he the best player on the Nets? No. Is Avery Bradley the best player of the Lakers? No. That's crazy. He still averaged 58 points with AD. That means he had to have over 25-point game.
Minutes. He had his 15 minutes of GOAT fame because he took a season-high 12 three-pointers, and he made a season-high 6 three-pointers. And if you want to guarantee me that Avery Bradley, each time these teams play from here on out, every other game will hit 6 threes, I will tell you that the Lakers will sweep the Clippers in the playoffs. Because if he can keep making 6 a game, it will be 4-0 in the playoffs.
Play it again. Look who he's guarding, Skip. He's matched up with Kawhi Leonard. He helped off of Leonard to stop the penetration.
Okay, but he goes out and runs into Ginobili.
He stopped. That's a helping.
He runs into Ginobili. Wait, hold on.
Stop the penetration.
Okay, but he goes out and runs into Ginobili.
He stopped. That's a help and recover play.
Okay.
He
All right.
That's a cover.
But his man is Kawhi
That's a
Leonard.
cover.
I'm with you on that.
Okay, so
but they run together. He runs into Ginobili.
But he's just
okay. But don't
stopping
give
the
me
ball.
this. Ginobili's going like this. Ginobili's protecting himself too. They run together.
Prevented him from making any play on the shooter.
He's not trying to make a play on the shooter. He's making a play. He's stopping Ginobili from going to the hole.
No, the play is
He's ultimately guarding. He has left his.
He is not stopping Ginobili from going to the hole. There was a 3 opportunity in the corner. That is what that play was.
And he is guarding. He's stopping the drive.
I participated in this kind of defense for 10 years in the NBA.
I've watched it for 30 years.
Help and recover. He wasn't guarding Ginobili. He was
stopping Ginobili.
He was helping to he picks up the penetration and gets to the next part of it is. When he passes it, you recover to the shooter.
There's no pick play. Ginobili's not trying to pick him. They run into each other. They run it. Ginobili puts his arms up to stop himself.
Very next step is going to be to step and extend on the shooter.
He's got a lane to go to Kawhi if he wants to go. And he flopped. You know why he couldn't go to Kawhi? He flopped. He flopped away, and I will say this. It's karmic justice, if you want to call it.
Can we respectfully disagree and move on to the Heat?
No.
Not on that one.
Why? This is good.
That's a clear-cut one to me.
No, I know.
You teach a 6-year-old that.
Okay, I know that. Okay, the point
That's what he did.
They run face to face together,
Ginobili,
and he flopped.
You really think Ginobili didn't? You're telling me right now, with your lying eyes, that
my correct eyes, my 2020 eyes. Is that what you're talking about?
You're telling me right now that Manu Ginobili did not pass the ball and continue with his momentum in the direction.
He had no
that
choice.
Would prevent him from getting to the corner.
Harden got in his way. They ran face to face together. Ginobili is protecting himself, and Harden flops.
I don't know how you do it.
Don't ask for help.
I don't know how he does it.
Now, all that said, what Dwayne said about defining moment is sad but true. And I'll tell you why it's sad.
Why is it sad?
It took LeBron 13 NBA seasons to have his defining moment. It took a finals that looked like LeBron was going to lose to fall to 2-5 in NBA finals. And by the way, he wouldn't have even been 2-5 if not for the great Ray Allen, who saved his legacy with the greatest clutch shot I ever saw. It was a finals-saving clutch shot. Am I right about that, Joy Taylor? Saved the day.
No, you're
Took
not,
LeBron
Joy.
off the hook. LeBron would have gone down not as the GOAT, as in greatest of all time, but just the GOAT of that game.
The greatest clutch shot in NBA history.
Oh, come on. There's nothing like it, and it saved LeBron's legacy.
But the greatest moment, in my opinion, is probably the LeBron block on Iguodala. So, I mean, if you want to say Ray Allen had I think the best clutch moment to me would be the LeBron swat. So, take that with what you will, a shot or an actual moment.
See, because if Ray doesn't hit that shot, we could have been talking about right now LeBron falling to 1-6 in the finals, and that wouldn't be a very defining moment to me.
You agree that LeBron is the best number
what kind
one
of question is that?
overall draft pick in NBA history?
You do? What happened?
Yes.
Because I believe this with all my heart and soul, that the guy who deserves to be number one on this list
Michael Jordan
is the guy who is criminally underrated because he was the most boring superstar in the history of sports. Not just the NBA. It's Tim Duncan. He was boring. He was no Duncan. So he doesn't qualify for SportsCenter highlights. But after they drafted him, you're right, he stepped on the floor and he was immediately better coming out of Wake Forest than David Robinson was. So they'd gone 20-62 the year before, mostly because David Robinson had been hurt. But boom, they take off and a dynasty happened.
He definitely is a top 3 to me, but it's LeBron James. It's LeBron James. If you want to look strictly at championships, yes, it's probably Tim Duncan, or Kareem, but no, it's LeBron.
Over the next 19 years, they made the playoffs every time, and what I loved about Tim Duncan was he stayed home the whole time. He didn't take his talents to South Beach and then back to Akron and blah, blah, blah. He stayed where he started and finished, and he was the...
But why is that an issue? I mean, you can look at it many ways. Like, I don't know. I feel like a player that moves to different places has to make their own way and has to gel with different teammates. So, I mean, I guess it just depends on how you look at it. Also,
the leader of that franchise and of the big three. He was by far the biggest of the big three. He was the superstar of that group, beyond Ginobili, beyond Tony Parker. And if you boil this down back to the greatest clutch shot that was ever made by Ray Allen, if you took that away, Tim Duncan would have been 6-0 in the NBA Finals. That is Jordan-esque. I got to 6-0. I will never forget what number 2 did to me and my San Antonio Spurs. He quit on my Spurs 2 years ago and quit his way right out of San Antonio. But you know what? Maybe it's time to forgive, to let it go, to let it be. maybe it's time to do what number 2's Uncle Dennis asked me to do at the Manny Pacquiao fight back in August in Las Vegas on behalf of number 2. Uncle Dennis said, why don't you call him by his given name? So you know what? It's time. Here I go. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard.
He's nasty. He's nasty. He is nasty. And I don't really have to explain that to you guys on why he's nasty. The fact he brought up Ray Allen shot 4 different times in that video. Maybe even more than that. Other than that, same stuff I'm expecting. The reason why he said Kawhi Leonard, if you guys don't know, is because of the LA beef between LeBron and Kawhi. They're both playing LA, both playing the same stadium, both playing the same city. So, for all the people that didn't know. But other than that, guys, that's all I got for you today. If we learned anything, just don't. I was trying to find Stephen A. Smith takes for you guys, but they were all kind of dated. And I mean, yeah, the Skip Bayless was still 2 years ago, but I couldn't find anything past 4 years for Stephen A. Smith. So if you guys want to see a Stephen A. Smith video down below, let me know down in the comments. Wait for that Kyrie Irving video. It's about to drop in a couple days. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.